A while ago, there was this guy, let's call him Jake, who worked as a court interpreter. For those who don't know what that means, it's basically the person who translates everything that's being said in court, what the defendant says, what the judge says, all of it. It's a job that seems simple enough, right? You just translate and keep your mouth shut, easy peasy. But for Jake, the drama that unfolded in that courtroom turned his life upside down. One day, Jake found himself working on a rather ordinary case, a man accused of armed robbery. Nothing too crazy, just another day at the office. But little did Jake know, this was about to turn into an emotional roller coaster of lies, confessions, and, well, a lot of bad decisions. During a break in the trial, the defendant, let's call him Tom, leaned over to Jake and whispered something that would haunt him forever. "Hey, I did it. I totally committed the robbery. But when I get on the stand, I'm gonna lie through my teeth and say I didn't." Jake froze. What? How could he not? It was like a scene from a crime thriller, but this was his real life. He didn't know whether to call 911 or just start running, but instead of doing anything that would make sense, Jake had this insane urge to act. Now, most people might have just ignored it. Hey, not my problem, right? But Jake couldn't. The guy literally confessed to a crime, and now he was planning to lie about it under oath. That wasn't just unethical, that was like a scene straight out of a movie. So, what did Jake do? He decided to do the only thing he could think of at the time. He ran straight to the bathroom, dialed his colleague, and said, "You won't believe what just happened." His colleague told him in a very calm voice, "Jake, you have to tell the judge. You can't let this slide." So Jake, thinking he was doing the right thing, marched back into the courtroom and told the judge everything. Now, if you think that Jake was met with a hero's welcome from the judge, think again. The judge looked at him like he had just stepped on the courtroom's finest carpet in muddy shoes. "Wait, what did you just say? You did what? You can't just share confidential information like that." So, yeah, I was in shock. I mean, I really thought I was being a good guy, like saving the day, exposing a liar. But instead, I got this long lecture about how courtrooms actually work and, honestly, how you should never, ever break confidentiality. Oops. And here's the kicker. Tom, the criminal, went ahead and lied on the stand anyway. Nobody knew I had blown the whistle, and well, the trial just went on like nothing happened. But me? Yeah, I got fired, just like that. So now, Jake's sitting at home, jobless, just kind of wondering where everything went so wrong. And then out of nowhere, he runs into Tom, yeah, the very same guy who had confessed to the crime at a local store. Tom was just casually grabbing a Coke, acting like nothing had happened, like he hadn't just made Jake's life a living nightmare. The whole thing was like a bad movie where Jake thought he was the hero, only to realize he was actually the guy who accidentally blew up his own story. He couldn't help but laugh, though honestly it was kind of a sad laugh. Moral of the story? If you ever find yourself in a courtroom with a confession on your hands, just, think twice before running off to the judge with it. The truth isn't always the best option. Jake learned that the hard way, and now he's here sharing his story with all of you. Did you enjoy Jake's story? Well, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below on what you would have done in his shoes. Would you have spilled the beans or stayed quiet? Let us know, and don't forget to share the laugh with your friends. You never know, this story could be the one that saves someone from making the same mistake Jake did.